All right, today we are going to be making some char cloth. Char cloth is something that's super useful in starting fires, and whether you're using a bow drill or flint and steel or a match or whatever, it really gets it going quickly so that even in wet conditions you can get your fire started successfully. So on this table right here I put some things that we're going to need to do char cloth. As I promised I would teach you guys this semester, but we ran out of time, so here's the video. Alright, so right here we have a pair of scissors. Back there I have some sort of natural fabric, so it could be linen or cotton. That's duck canvas. Old pair of jeans works well. So those just ripped out at work the other day, so perfect excuse to make some char cloth. So old pair of Carhartts is what I'm going to be using today. I also have a lighter, and down here in the corner I have little tiny Carhartt chunks, thanks to the scissors, cut into pieces, a couple little pieces of foil, and a metal can. You can use an Altoid tin or something that already has the lid attached. If you do, make sure you poke a hole in it. I prefer to use just an old steel can, just like that Chef Boyardee can, and a little bit of foil for the top. So you want something that seals, but not seals tightly. It needs to be able to let smoke out. So my first step is going to be, and I've been prepping all winter for this, you can see, is to start a fire, and then I'll be back. Alright, we can see that the can is kind of in the fire, kind of on the fire. I see some smoke coming from inside that can. I got my metal tongs now. Yeah, the label's going to catch fire, of course, but got some metal tongs so I don't burn myself. They're nice and long, so like barbecue tongs. Don't get those short little kitchen ones. And also nearby I have a hose. So this is super important, especially in dry climates such as Colorado or really anywhere else. You don't want to burn your neighborhood down. You're just trying to make some char cloth. Once you see your char cloth smoking, I know at this point we see everything smoking, but you can kind of see how the can itself is smoking. We're pretty close to being done. I keep rotating it. It's best to do it over coals, but in my case that just takes way too long, so I got it in this can sideways so it can breathe toward me so I can see it. It's important to think of char cloth as like a controlled burning. So I read somewhere online that, you know, once your can or your Altoids tin or whatever catches fire, go ahead and take it out, and when the fire is out, your char cloth should be done. So we'll check it again in just a minute. I think we hit the jackpot. So notice I put a bag on the ground. I don't want to scorch the patio, but that fire went out just a few seconds later, and here are some of the beginnings of our pieces of char cloth. So the ones that are totally black are ready to go, and the ones that still, so this one would be totally black, it's ready to go, and the other ones that are still brown need to be burned a little bit more. So I'm going to go ahead and put those back in, make sure they light on fire, wait till the fire goes out, check them again. I think I'll do less pieces next time too. So it's taken about 20 minutes for us to get enough coals in our fire going and get that char cloth going. So this is still charring a little bit. You can see it's still on fire, so I'm going to let that keep doing its thing. And when the pieces are finished, like this one right here, see how it's kind of still on fire, I go ahead and put them in a glass jar. That way they can keep smoldering any of the pieces that they haven't burned yet, as well as being good storage in the glass jar. And so from that point, all you need to do is get your flint and steel and a little bit of paper or a natural fiber rope, put a piece of char cloth on it, just like the littlest corner, you know, think of like a quarter of a dime size, and you're going to get your fire started no problem. So hopefully you learned something in this about making char cloth, and you'll go home and check it out today. Have a good one. Bye.